Your property tax bill shows the combined amount of taxes that you need to pay as a property owner. Ramsey County, St. Paul School District, the City of St. Paul, and several smaller taxing authorities all report their tax levies on one statement, so you have only one bill to deal with. Now, the policymakers who set the city's tax levy understand that it's another bill and that nobody likes paying bills. But like it or not, we do expect to pay for the many things that we consider necessities, like electricity, clean water, and of course, sewer service. Some of those necessities are provided by private companies. You know the ones, the monthly payment on your car, your electric bill, telephone service. And some are provided by the city, because it's in everyone's best interest to ensure top quality when you're talking about safety issues like drinking water or professional fire and police departments. And the cost of those things is spread across all the taxpayers in the city in order to ensure that the same level of service is delivered to everyone at the best possible price. Let's put it another way. You shovel snow off your sidewalk, but would you want to be responsible for plowing the street in front of your house too? If even a couple of your neighbors didn't do their part, you couldn't get to work on time because you'd never get out of your neighborhood. You'd be stuck. What about public safety? Would it make any sense to have the residents in each block hire a private security company and a private firefighting squad to protect their small part of town? Of course not. Now think about some of the other expenses, those things that aren't exactly necessary, but they just make life a bit more enjoyable, like extra movie channels on TV, a big cup of special coffee in the morning, or going out to dinner at least once in a while. Now you choose to spend money on those things. Have you ever compared that money to what the City of St. Paul charges you for the services that they deliver? We'd like for you to meet Don and Betsy. Betsy owns a home in the Mac Groveland neighborhood. Every morning on her way to work, she stops at the local coffee shop for a large mocha with whipped cream, which costs $3. Times 5, that's $15 a week. Times 50 weeks, that's $750 a year, and that's a lot of joe. Betsy's home has a taxable value of about $245,000. The proposed St. Paul budget for 2009 will make the city portion of Betsy's property tax bill about $747. Think about that. Betsy spends as much on her daily coffee as she spends on her city property taxes. And that's not even counting the extra special coffee she might buy on a vacation. What about Don? Don's a plain fellow. He would never spend $3 for a cup of coffee. But Don does like to have a can of soda with his lunch every day. And the vending machine at his job charges 85 cents. Seems reasonable. Do the math, and we'll see that over the course of a year, Don is spending over $200 on soda, one can at a time. He owns a modest home on the east side that's valued at about $125,000. And the city portion of his property tax bill is $327. According to the proposed 2009 city budget, the police department will get $104, the fire and emergency services will get about $70, and the parks department will get $38 of Don's property tax. Add those up and you get, look at that, about $212 for 3 of the biggest items in the city's operating budget. That's no more than Don spends on soda pop. Neither Don nor Betsy think of themselves as extravagant people, and they're not. But while they think the city's portion of their property tax bill looks like a big number, it's really no more than what they choose to spend day by day. So what's it worth to you? Let's say your home's taxable value is between Don and Betsy's at $185,000, and your proposed city property tax is $537, including the public library agency. Here's how your St. Paul property tax is going to break out. Your share of the cost of the police department is about 47 cents a day. A pack of chewing gum costs more than that. And our nationally recognized fire and emergency services, about 31 cents per day, less than the cost of a postage stamp. Is it worth 78 cents a day to ensure that top-notch public safety services are as near as your telephone? What about 44 cents a day to know that your kids and your neighbors' kids have safe places to hang out at the local library and rec center? Now, we could go on and on with these comparisons, but I think you get the point. Nobody likes paying bills, but we all expect to pay for the goods and services that contribute to our quality of life. And compared to all those little treats and amenities that you buy yourself. The services that the city provides day in and day out cost no more than a hill of beans.